Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Filmatic Podcast. I'm your host Ed and this is...
Alex.
Okay, now Alex, the days are getting brighter, the leaves are coming back to the trees, the weather's getting warmer. Do you know what that means?
It's spring.
It's Oscar season is what it is. And to celebrate, for the first episode, we're going to be discussing the main sort of topic of argument, if you like, in the category for best lead actor between Timothée Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan. Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Right, excellent. The way this is going to work is break down into a couple of categories. But let's just start with looking at a brief sort of history of each actor, I think. So, this is actually Michael B. Jordan's first ever nomination for the where he is nominated for playing the Smokestack twins in Sinners. That's a name I should probably have off the top of my head. Timothée Chalamet has received 3, including his work in Mighty Supreme, 1 for A Complete Unknown and 1 for Call Me By Your Name. I think it's interesting getting straight away into it, because when you look at the previous winners of Best Actor, especially across like the last 26 years, looking at this decade, almost all of them have come off the back of previous nominations. It's very rare for an actor to come in and sort of instantly win in a similar vein to how...
So you might want to side with Timothée Chalamet here?
Yeah, I think so. I think he looks... I think based purely off of history, you'd look at him and you'd say he would be more of the favourite. I think, because, the Academy, it's voter-based. And, if I asked you, who would you rather vote for? The guy that's been, previously snubbed at these awards, or the newcomer, sort of? I mean, as he is, he's 38 years old, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't look that
No, well, he looks good, doesn't he? But, well, he does, you can say... No.
Good for his age.
He looks good for his age. But no, Timothée Chalamet's 30. And I feel like he doesn't look 30. No.
30? I thought it was like 25.
Yeah, no. I mean, he invited me to his birthday party, but I was busy. Because we're just best friends like that.
I guess actors know how to stay looking young.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think you look at a film though, like Black Panther. I think because that was the first ever superhero film to be nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean it's crazy. Like stuff like The Dark Knight didn't get it. Coming before, but no. And as much as as that film was recognised, I feel like none of the main cast were. Chadwick Boseman wasn't nominated for Best Lead Actor. Relevant to this, Michael B. Jordan wasn't nominated for his role as Killmonger. And I think, I don't think it's crazy to say that a lot of that has to do with prejudice that the Academy has. They were fine to recognise the film, but they didn't want to recognise any of the individuals. Yeah. So it's not as if, Michael B. Jordan has literally come out of nowhere. This is one that sort of people have been gunning for him for a long time.
People feel like he should have been nominated before.
Yeah, I think it almost comes across as like they're sort of correcting for not nominating him before by voting. Obviously, this is all just sort of aside from the actual performances, which is what it should be based on.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, and this is where I really ask your opinion. But looking at the performances, I mean, just what a great year for films, but especially with these two. Do you want to start us off with Timothée Chalamet? Your thoughts?
I think he was great in it.
Yeah.
I think he plays the character really well, kind of like douchebaggy.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And the way that they've styled his character to fit it, kind of with like the douchebag like glasses.
The
and
glasses,
mustache.
the monobrow. Do you know how much the monobrow pisses me off when I see it?
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate rage bait.
But I think he plays it well.
I think he plays it.
And when you see him in real life, and he doesn't seem like the same person, it's like he's completely switched.
Oh no, he's really. I mean, you feel like lost himself in this role.
Yeah.
You know. Although that being said, you know, with the sort of method acting approach, I think he does. You know, I think it's a Robert Pattinson quote, which is, you never see any actor. One, you never see any female actresses method act. That seems like something only men do. And also, I feel like you never see anybody method acting as just a nice person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you think, like Jared Leto. You know, when he played Joker in the really bad Suicide Squad films, where he was doing shit like what did he do? He mailed his co-star Margot Robbie, played Harley Quinn, a used condom into her trailer because he's crazy.
Oh, to like fit the character.
Yeah. Just weird things.
I don't think that would have went down.
No, he didn't. Would you believe?
Yeah.
But no, I think the film is just so intense. Do you know what I mean? You're really like, we can start again if you want. No, you're good. I feel like you really find yourself, or you're like on the edge of your seat the whole time, and I think just such a huge part of that. It comes from Timothée Chalamet's electrifying performance as Marty Supreme, with the narcissism and the sort of the self-drive, but making the wrong decision at every turn.
It makes you want to like
punch him. It makes you want to punch him by the end of it. And yet still, and this is such a huge part of his performance. I don't know about you, but you know that final ping pong scene at the end, right?
Yeah.
I was still rooting for him. Despite how bad he was.
I was rooting for him the whole way.
Yeah, no. But, like, despite how awful he is to everyone around him, and despite him, you know, winding up Kevin O'Leary's character with the, you know, when he does the, I'm a vampire from 1604.
Yeah.
You know, despite him rage-baiting Kevin O'Leary's character, I still wanted him to win.
I feel like they do that on purpose, though.
Yeah.
They make the character seem like you should hate him, but
you can't.
They leave little things in there to make you like him.
You don't, because he's just so much like fun. Do you know what I mean? Although what I will say, speaking sort of as the cons, if you like, of the performance or whatever, the direction is incredible, and you know, it's such a well-made film that you feel it is so much easier to get into that character, to be involved with that character, when, you know, the director is like incredible. Someone like Josh Safdie, who's just at the top of his game. And I think like a large part of that does just come from the perfect script that it's got.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote it, didn't he?
Who did?
Timothée Chalamet.
No, he produced it.
He produced it. Sorry.
Yeah. Although you have to assume he did see some of the writing then at that point. And
knew the general basis of
so yeah, do you know what? No, that is a fair point actually. And on top of that, I think it's very harsh to sort of to just give out awards based on who had the worst director, because you know, because what are you meant to do? Not give a good performance?
Well, it's meant to be who's the best actor.
Yeah, it's meant to be who's the best actor. So yeah. Moving on to Michael B. Jordan though, and I feel like there's a lot more to say about his performance, for better and for worse. But I mean, I was just floored by it. I thought he was a really sort of like engrossing character. Do you know what I mean? Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started watching, I saw two of him. I was like, oh, you know,
yeah,
it must be like double as good, you know.
Shut up, Alex.
I'm joking.
No, because it opens with, and this is nothing to do with anything really. It's just a really cool shot. You know that shot of him passing the cigarette to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like so cool. That was
I feel like he communicates to himself in a good way.
Oh yeah, no, it's really really cool.
How did they film with two of him?
I assume
Would it be deep fake?
No, I don't think it'd be deep fake, because then I think they'd have gone for AI, and if they were going to do deep fake, and I don't think they did that. So I assume it's double layering, like they've taken two shots.
But it just works so well when
it's so seamless.
when they're making contact with each other.
Yeah, no, it's so seamless. But moving on to the actual performance, because as good as that is, that's not. I think such a huge part of the performance for me is the subtleties that he plays it with. I don't know. I mean, you probably don't notice it the millionth time you watch it. You need someone to point it out for you. But Smoke, when he speaks, when he smiles, he has dimples. Stack doesn't, and that's not prosthetics. That's just the way that Michael B. Jordan
that's just
held each character. That's the way that he wanted to differentiate themselves. And I
mean, it's hard to tell them apart.
Because it is hard to tell them apart. And, it's not like that helps, but it makes them feel like different people. Do you know what I mean? And,
Stack seems kind of like a nicer version of Smoke.
Yeah, he does, yeah. And how that sort of plays together with the ending, and how sort of, grizzled they both become by the end of it. Obviously, one of them is turned into a vampire, but
yeah,
it's easier. No, I think as good as that subtlety is, though, the best of his performance comes in the dramatic moments where I feel
like he showed a lot of raw emotion.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to watch, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But you look at, like I say, that brutal final scene where Smoke kills those last members of the KKK.
Yeah, with the Tommy gun.
With the Tommy gun, and you're just rooting for him. There is nothing in you other than kill
every last one of them.
Yeah. Or sort of or then when Stack is in the bar, the final credit scene, where I was honestly holding back tears when I watched that in cinema.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I saw my brother was the last time I saw the sun.
Yeah.
And I was like,
such a good line.
It's such a good line, and obviously such a huge part of that is, again, the writing. But he delivers that with such brilliant, almost I'm trying to think of the word, but I feel like it is just emotion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel the line.
Yeah.
I think, sort of considering the I'm going to use the word cons again, if you like, of the performance. I
didn't see many cons.
No, me neither.
Individually.
I didn't see many cons of either film, of either performance, to be honest. This is such an incredible year for both, and I think it's worth saying both of these performances were incredible.
It's so good that you've got two above par.
Oh no, absolutely. You're allowed to think that both of these performances were incredible. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? One of the smaller issues I have is that I think the gimmick sort of runs thin, or not runs thin, but I feel like it's sort of, what was the actual need for him to be playing both characters?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it feels a bit like a gimmick.
I feel like it's just trying to show off.
It felt, because like I say, that cigarette scene, that was amazing. But when he's fighting him after Stack's been turned to a vampire, that was just a mess. I
didn't know who.
No, you couldn't tell who was winning.
Yeah.
And
it kind of gave subtle hints, with the vampire teeth and the wooden stake, but then it happens so quickly.
But it happens so quickly, and it's shot so dark too. Yeah.
He drops the stake, and then you just don't know.
You can't see the teeth. Yeah. No, and there's very little that Jordan did. I think he made the effort to separate the two after that sort of point. I didn't think his accent was great either. You did?
What, Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
I don't think it was too bad.
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like he fit the general vibe of the film.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I think, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad accent.
It did seem a bit modern, though, didn't it?
It seemed a bit modern. And especially when you sort of compare to I think the great work that his co-stars were doing, like in the bar scene. But no, what I was going to say, like, but the worst accent I've seen. I saw this clip the other day. Just to speak about it quickly. Have you seen Quentin Tarantino's Black Scent?
No.
It's basically the exact same thing. I'm going to show it to you. Oh. He goes on the BET Awards and it's so grim.
Why?
It's just code switching. He's just code switching, but it's so similar to what Michael B. Jordan does here, and it's I know it's me. But then the final thing, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. Is Michael B. Jordan the lead of Sinners? Because I don't think he is.
Who do you think is?
I think it's Sammy. I think it's Miles Kaysen.
It's based around Sammy, isn't it?
I feel like it's Sammy's story. We open with Sammy, we end with Sammy. And sort of the whole point of the film is that it's Sammy who has the gift,
of music.
Has the gift of music, yeah. I'm not sure, like you say, that Michael B. Jordan is the...
I still think he's heavily involved.
I think he's heavily involved. For me, the way I'd do it is I'd put, as I say, Miles Kaysen up for a best lead actor who plays Sammy. And I think it's the easiest sweep in the world for Michael B. Jordan to take home best supporting actor.
But he always wants to go for the big award.
But he wants to go for the big award. And I mean, really, after delivering a performance like that, who can blame him?
I feel like they're both main characters, though.
Do you?
I feel like they equally get enough, like, purpose in the film.
Yeah, I think they do. I think there's a lot to be said for, like, say, that final scene of the main film of him taking out the KKK with the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
I feel like that felt... To be honest, I think if they'd ended it there, I'd have felt like that was a good end to his story. But it's the fact that they wrapped up Sammy with him playing the blues in the jazz bar,
Yeah. I mean, he was there as well.
No, he
was.
He was. No. It's a fair point. It's a fair point because there was Stack came in.
Yeah.
The final thing that I want to speak about is, and it's hard to ignore when discussing something like this, the way that each actor has sort of presented their case for the Oscar here, because this is what they are both really gunning for. And I'll start with the easier one, which is just being that Michael B. Jordan. And I think there's a lot to be said for his lack of overt promotion, because he's won the SAG Award, which is Actor's Choice, and in it, I don't know if you've seen this, he came up and he collected it as Smoke. He was like not in character, but he had like the dimples, like you're saying, he was wearing the blue. And then for another one, which escapes my mind right now, he came up as Stack, where he didn't have it and he was a bit more hardened and the makeup was good. And I think there's so much to be said there for the subtlety of not pointing it out, but he's done that and he didn't know he was going to win both of them. But he's gone up as Smoke the first time and to say, I know I'm good enough to win at least two. At least two of these, I'm good enough to win. And I don't know, maybe the plan was only to win one of those and come on as Stack to win the Oscar.
Yeah.
But there is a lot to be said for that sort of that really quiet confidence. Quite similar to the characters, actually. Especially when compared to Timothée Chalamet and the colossal amount of work that he's done recently.
Just, if Michael B. Jordan was to win the Oscar, which character do you think he'd come up as? Or would he just be himself?
I think he'd be himself. I think that, say he hadn't won the SAG Award, but he had won the one that I can't remember now.
Then he would
have come up as Smoke the first time and Stack the second time. But now I see him coming...
Now he's done his little gimmick.
Now he's done the gimmick, yeah. I think he's going to come up as himself and probably just bring everyone up with him. That's my prediction for if he does win. Back to Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet, though. What hasn't he done to promote himself for the Oscar here? I think for such a long time he's been talking about himself being in the pursuit of greatness and how he wants to be one of the best and he wants to be recognised, and that was going so well for him, and I think he was everyone's choice until
his comments,
until he made the comments about ballet and opera.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to discuss those, to be honest, because I can tell you that they've been taken out of context and kind of, is he wrong anyway?
Well, I mean, should they really affect his chances?
But they shouldn't affect his chances, but they do. Where he went on a talk show with Matthew McConaughey and made some comments that seemed inappropriate, maybe, about ballet and opera. And I think that he has sort of driven himself into a hole where he was playing this character of, like Marcy Supreme, where he was being very sort of openly ambitious about wanting to win.
Energetic.
I think he shot himself in the foot now. I think people have found him grating and they don't want to give him the Oscar rather than they don't want to give the performance the Oscar.
They don't feel like he deserves it now.
Yeah, I don't feel like he deserves it, as opposed to they don't feel like the performance deserves it, which is obviously what it should be. So, I'm going to ask you now. You go first. Oh, we'll do it together, actually. Who do you think should win?
Based on the performance?
Based only on the performance, yeah, which is what it should be. 'Cause it should be objective. Take your time.
I think I'm going to go for Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, me too. I think that I interested in his performance, as opposed to I think I was more interested maybe in Sinners as a whole.
I feel like in Sinners you could have been more interested in Sammy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not convinced he was the lead, and I'm not convinced of a couple of really small things. But I am now going to ask you, who do you think will win?
It's tough.
It is tough. Because you've got to take into consideration literally all of the context of this.
Yeah. I still think Timothy Chalamet is going to win.
Do you? I'm going to give it to Michael B. Jordan. Really? I am. After the opera comments and after...
I just don't feel like they should affect it, though.
They shouldn't affect it. I think everyone can agree that they shouldn't affect it. But it's voted on by humans. Humans have emotions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go, folks. That is all for today. A huge thank you to Alex for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I will see you next week.